Okay, once again, because life rarely happens in a box and baseball never happens in a straight line, we're going to work on moving a little bit of lateral motion, okay, and getting some mobility and strength and developing some strength through the thoracic spine, the multifidus region of the back, and the upper lower back, and of course the lower body. Okay, and we're gonna work on some kettlebell / dumbbell snatching. Okay, and I like to do this cross body. Okay, so and the reason why, because when I do it cross body, I get a little bit of rotation through that thoracic spine that suits me in a functional manner in everyday life. Not to mention on the baseball diamond. Okay, so what we're thinking about here is we're thinking about getting the movers going. Okay, you'll notice a theme here with almost every exercise, right? Do we need upper body strength? You betcha. Okay, but your upper body strength is only going to be as strong as your core. Okay, your region from here to here, and as strong as your lower body is going to let it be. Okay, we can create more power with the glute than we can with the lat or the shoulder. Okay, so pitchers, you know this, right? We load here. Why? Because all the power comes from here. These are the movers, ladies and gentlemen. These are the shakers. These are what get all the work done. They're the biggest muscle group in the body. Let's put them to use and let them do the functions in which they were designed to do. So with cross body snatching, there are a few better examples of this, okay? So if we're gonna use a kettlebell, I'm at my sister's house where we have this little tiny baby kitty kettlebell, okay? It's very cute and pink, okay? But it will serve us fine for the purposes of this demo. So what I want to do is I want to set myself feet a little better than shoulder width apart, okay? And I want to put myself into a squat type of position, okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean my feet are flat, and I'm bringing my tail feathers down towards the ground from a sideways view, right? I'm getting low here, not like so, okay? Never in life should you pick up a load, a weighted object, from this position. We always want soft knees. Get down to this squat, get the tail feathers low. That's going to allow us to get these movers working to bring us on out of this and take the pressure off the low back. Same thing here, okay? We're in this position. Now I'm in a position, I got legs like a giraffe, right? So I don't squat all that well, that and a short femur head. However, I can squat well enough to get myself in a position here. My spine's in a nice neutral angle. It's not rounded. Right? And I can pick up the bell, okay, with my right hand, even though it's at my left foot. Why? Because I have a little bit of rotation going here, but notice my butt is down close to the ground. From this position, I bring myself up out of here. Notice that the spine is flat. How am I going to bring myself out of this? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to keep the spinal position just as it is, and I'm going to push my feet right through the floor and bring me up in this position, okay? Now I can begin the snatch. So, in one flow of motion, once I'm in this position, now I can let the momentum of that position bring the kettlebell up across my body. Notice the kettlebell is close to my body. It's not out here. If I get out here, now I've got torque and tension on my back that I don't want, and inevitably, something's gonna go wrong. So keep that bell in a nice flat plane close to the body, traveling from point A, which is down here, to point B, which is going to be way up here, okay? So, flat back, flat line. What I like to do is envision the line. I paint the line, the invisible line, in my mind before I begin the motion. Every single rep, I try to do that, okay? Because it keeps me out of trouble. So, what we're going to do, we're going to come down, I'm going to explode up out of this, and the momentum of pushing my feet through the ground, this is largely a lower body exercise, okay? It's that momentum that takes the onus off the back, off the shoulder, and every place else, and really allows this kettlebell to get up and around and fall back on my wrist, okay? From the side, notice the line of travel again is pretty close to the body. Notice the back is flat, up I come, boom, okay? Nice and close to the body, okay? The tail feathers are doing all the work. Now, if you're using a bell heavier than this little guy I've got here. Some people suffer this fate of when the bell comes up over the top, boom, and hits the wrist, it can leave a mark, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that. So, how do we alleviate that? We keep this elbow soft, okay? By soft, what I mean is keep this elbow soft. We don't need to have this extended and locked out, okay? That's actually the last thing we wanna do. Because if my elbow is nice and soft, and I bring my bell up in the plane of travel, as it comes around, the momentum brings it around, now I can give as the bell collapses and it takes the pressure off that thump, okay? So soft elbow, all right? Low butt, flat back, soft elbows. Boom. That creates a nice pattern for a crossbody snatch. This is one of the best full kinetic chain exercises that we have in the functional world that will serve you super well for everything you do on the ball diamond, okay? Number of reps as prescribed. Then we're gonna move to the other side. We're gonna do exactly the same thing, only now we're just switching sides, okay? We have a little bit of rotation as I move left hand to right foot, okay? Requires a little bit of rotation through the thoracic spine. My hips are still relatively square. The rotation comes through the spine, through the upper body, not so much by collapsing. We never want to collapse like so. We want to trap the knees over the feet. As always, spine's in a neutral position from the lower back all the way through to the crown of my head, okay? Right? I think you can see that. And up we go. All right? If we're using a dumbbell, nothing changes, only now I don't have to worry about that silly bell running over and hitting my forearm, okay? Everything else about the motion stays the same, okay? Lower body, low butt, push the feet through the floor, back is flat, nice soft elbow. All that's happening with the shoulder and the arm is really a product of the explosive strength you're creating by coming up out of this movement. Boom. All lower body. I'm not even thinking about my arm. And again, now that I have a little more load on here with a heavier weight, I really need to think about painting that line of travel with the bell or the weight from that foot up to my finishing point here, keeping it in close to the body. The minute I start to bring this out here, now I have a lot of weight and tension and stress on my shoulder that's eventually going to transfer to my back that I don't want. It's not going to do us any good. Keep that line of traveling close to the body, and you won't have a problem. Okay? Boom. Choose the weight accordingly. Choose a weight that is challenging, but very doable. We can always move up in weight as time goes on, and you get more adept at the skill. Have fun with this one.